Hello and welcome to video number 2 of the exciting adventure of making the Buendia report. The first video I just took a look at and ended up taking 33 minutes. I am hoping now on, like the rest of this stuff, like I'm not going to be explaining as much detail, so they should all be going a lot quicker. So that's my goal, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go ahead and get moving on. So the first one we did was the product sales. Next one we're going to do is membership. So with the membership, oh yeah, and then you know what? I'm going to have to go back to this product sales because I screwed up. Like, I was so busy trying to explain everything else that I did not pay attention to my little warning sign here, right? And it's like flashing in red, and I still didn't do it. But I was so like engaged in trying to explain all this detail that I forgot to do it, and I am so glad that I saw that. Anyways, it says make sure any of the VIPs, if it's $4.99, we need to make sure that it's changed to membership. So, uh, basically, what we could do, the quickest way, is first off, under category or under description, actually, just sort it by Z to A because V is going to come up first. And bad news, sometimes Excel does this, but it's sorting the column headings as well, and possibly because we have data right up above it. So let's try to insert a row there, and now hopefully it's smart enough to know that these are column headings and you're not supposed to sort them, dummy. Aha, it did it. Cool. Okay, so basically we need to find like the ones that are $49.99, and any of them that are $49.99 are not the challenge. What basically happened, and just to give a little rundown of what happened, was like originally the description said like spring to summer 90-day challenge. And so with the challenge, you got free access to Jeremy's VIP membership site. And so you got it throughout the challenge, which means 90 days. But you also agreed that you would join the membership site after the 90 days. It would just auto renew, and that auto renew is for $49. And so that's why like the way Samina set these up, or the way she had to do it, she claims that like this was the only option. So she changed the description to VIP membership, but it also changed it for the products in the past. So that's why like they come up like that, and why it's a bit confusing. But regardless of that, we got to change it. So um, you know, just wanted to at least give the spill. I would say like the easiest way now is just to really sort these quickly is just like highlight them all, and probably the easiest way is not even the amount like you would think, but the date, because the date happens 90 days after like the last day they joined. So like all these are VIP memberships. Luckily they're all in the same section. So now that I have them highlighted, if I sort by the latest date first, you're going to see like all the 49s come up on top, right? And then you can see the huge gap, like it's like about 90 days or so, like little bit before then, because people signed up before the 90 days and got the membership then. So you can see like there's a huge gap, right? Like March 20, here you can see March 28th, right? 2017. And then like it all of a sudden jumped, the next date of this product is the 11th, right? So also, like, let's scroll up just to make sure you can see this. I know there's one with the 20%, and it seems odd that we don't see it here. And I could be wrong, but okay. So we know all these. Let me just make sure. Like, we know all these are $49.99. Let me find like the next $49.99. That's the total from that row. Let's put in $249. Well, we'll just assume this is kosher. I thought there was another one for 20% off that came up as $49.99, and I could be wrong on that. But anyways, we'll just assume this is kosher because I did highlight and sort all of them. Yeah, you can see that they're actually sorted by date, and you can see that there's even that section included. So, anyways, so for any of the $49.99, we want to change this to membership. Okay, and so we're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste it all the way to the last $49.99, and I just use that to eyeball it so I can see that, okay, here's where the end is, right? So now we have that. What I put is I put membership renewal or challenge renewal. That's what I want. And so that lets us know that this revenue came from the challenge. So it gives us an idea of how much money we're making because of the challenge when we look at the income statement. So, and that's it. Okay, so let's just hop on to membership. I'm so glad I mentioned that because that's very important to do. And so now we know we need to have an extra row here whenever we sort stuff and whatever. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and click on this link like we did with the last one, and that it's not letting me click it for some reason. Huh. That is so odd. It's not letting me click it. So instead, I'm just going to copy it and paste it. How do you like that? My internet is down. Luckily, my recording still works when my internet's down. But I have like this internet where like it's a HubSpot and it's really good internet. The only thing that sucks about it is it like cuts you off after so much time. So it's not bringing up my usually brings up the ID. So is it D5? It usually brings this up, and like I don't have this memorized. Shoot. Cool, I got it. Woohoo! I was like, oh man, I don't want to have to go through all this pain. Okay, cool. So now I got myself back up. So like, oh yeah, here, this is where we were going in. This was the old one. And by the way, like once you get done with one section, like we're done with this product sales, I would just highly recommend closing it out because you're gonna get so much data, like so many of these spreadsheets open, and it'll confuse you. So here we're just going to do export like you normally do. Like I said, this is very similar to doing the daily sales report. So we're going to open this one up. What I do is just right away is I expand a column so it's easy to see, and then I sort it by Z to A, so refund comes up top, and then we do the same thing like equals this times -1 to convert these into negative numbers since they're refunds. So here's the last one. So I'm just gonna Control V it and go back through and make sure it looks correct here really quick. And it does. Yep, that's the last one. So now I need to copy this one, and I'm going to just go over to the next cell and paste his values, and boom, now we got all these numbers converted into negative numbers. So it doesn't matter how you sort the data. So we can just start copying this stuff from here now. So just because I saw it and I liked it, I decided to take date first. And then the description, just put as the type is fine. And then is there anything? Well, we need the amount. That's very important to have, right? So that's just going to go under rate. And then the quantity for like any of them, there's no reason. I mean, even with MemberMouse, there's no way to even have more than one. So just put one. And then here you can just make it easy on yourself. And I mean, you could in essence put this times that, but I don't. I just put equals this. As long as when you're in each section, you know what you're doing. That's what's important. So um, there will be times when you need to do that, but here we know it's only one, so it doesn't really matter to me. So with the week ending, I think we can just I could just do it really quick because um, I know how to do this formula. So equals the int, and then we need to add for the day ending. So we need to add a VLOOKUP, and the lookup value is going to be the text of this one, and the format is DDD, and the table and array that we need to look up is going to be here under the week ending, and we want number 2 and it's false, and I think that's good, and we can see that it's the 30th, and that's correct. And since the dates are mixed up, we're getting an NA. I know why. Very important. You can just click that and you can hit F4, and you can see that it automatically put $signs there, and that's why I screwed up. So now it looks like it's working. So you can see this is the 15th and it moved it up to the 16th just to kind of see if it's working. Yep, that was a Saturday, moved it up to the Sunday, so it looks like it's working. And so like the category and subcategory, this is all just membership, right? And so we can just, oh shoot, that was crazy. Like somehow I clicked it to move it over. Happy clicked. These are all revenue, number 1 revenue. So copy that and then expand it, and then the subcategory should just be regular membership, I guess we could just call it. We'll just start using that convention. Like some of this stuff I'm just kind of playing it by ear, I guess, like I haven't had an official convention in how to do this report. I just know how to kind of do it in my head, and so I don't even know if Jeff wants it broke up into this extent, but basically that one is done. Luckily, that was very easy, and like I said, this was a lot quicker, thank God, too. So, on to the next video. I'll see you there.